What's up, Mets fans? Back at you. Oh, my voice sounds so good again. Season 7, episode 28, which might be the second to last show of Orange and Blue Things existence.
Ever.
Don't they call it like the penultimate? Why is it so dark over there?
I don't know.
Is it dark over there?
I don't know.
I moved some things around the other day.
I'm sorry. I wasn't here to. Well, there's no blue.
Oh, I fucked up.
That's what it is.
All right, whatever.
There's no blue.
I changed the lighting here.
It's just orange thing today.
We're orange and orange thing. I am Darren, Meenan. That is Julia Quadrino, who actually asked to start the show 15 minutes early today, and then she was still a minute late after 1 o'clock. She wanted to start at 12:45 and got here at 1:01. Imagine I said yes to that.
If you said yes, I don't know what I would have done. I truly, when I left my apartment, my ETA was 12:56. And I hit traffic. I'm coming from far away now. It's not like
I get it.
15 minutes
I'll
down
start
the
the
road
show
anymore.
at 1:15. I don't care, but you have some place to be, so we will get to the show here because that's what we do, right? If you are watching and you realize that we didn't put that tweet out yet from TickPick, we're working on the language. Want to make sure everything is kosher before I tweet it out because, as you know, they're giving away $500 of free credit to any event this fall. I want to just make sure I word it correctly so I don't put my foot in their mouth.
Correct.
Because it's not my $500.
Correct.
So I'm not trying to screw it up for them. So look for that soon. We'll be sure to let you guys know. Even if it doesn't happen today, it will happen sometime soon. We talked to Joe DeMaio about this last week, and thank the freaking baseball lords or whoever you want to thank when good things happen. Not good things, but good news comes your way. It came out yesterday that Edwin Díaz will not pitch for the Mets this season. And
why the fuck would he?
Who knows? Well, that's what I said.
Why was that even
Joe DeMaio was like the only
conversation?
person I've talked to or heard about or saw on the internet that was in favor of giving him the ball at some point this year.
I trust Joe with my life when it comes to Mets opinions, but like I
not
don't,
this one.
Why would you even want to risk it?
I don't know. Well, yesterday it was all over the Twitter. You know how it works. When something goes out, everyone tweets the exact same thing instead of retweeting the first person.
I can understand wanting him to be able
Peace of
to
mind,
come back this
to be like,
season.
I did it. Well, I get it.
Right.
You know,
but like, and I'm sure he could be capable. Look, no caller ID.
Don't answer it.
Hello.
Are you serious?
They hung up again every week. But anyway.
Never answer a phone call from no caller ID. So anyway,
curious.
Came out yesterday, Díaz won't pitch. And the reason was it's too risky. Tacoma put this up on MLB.com. And this screenshot here is just, I don't know. I never want to see this ever again.
No.
But so 6 months after rehab have yielded significant progress from Mets closer Edwin Díaz, but they won't result in a return to a big league mound this season. Díaz will not pitch down the stretch following surgery on March 16th to repair the patellar tendon in his right knee, according to pitching coach Jeremy Hefner. Instead, Díaz will continue to throw bullpen sessions with an eye towards entering the offseason strong. It's too risky, Hefner said. No shit.
Yeah.
We could have told you that a month ago.
And risky for what?
I don't know. Well, Joe was saying, peace of mind to go into the offseason knowing you did go out, you threw a couple innings, you feel strong, whatever. My argument, I think it was either with him or maybe it was when I was on that off-day live show, I had said, it's different if this was a walk year for him. And he said, I want to go out and show I could do this so I can get that bag in the offseason.
But now you have that bag, so please don't risk it for another
Exactly.
year.
Don't throw it away.
Yeah.
So the Mets have been beating up on NL wild card teams, and I could not be more happy about it.
Great.
You probably haven't watched.
Nope.
But last night the Mets played strong. Budo did his thing down in Miami.
I did see
Sunday they killed
someone had, I think it was Jeff McNeil.
Yeah,
had
home
a
run.
go-ahead
Look
home
at you.
run
Look
in
at
the
you.
ninth inning. I didn't see that, but not live.
No, yeah. I was watching live. I had a couple dollars on the game last night.
Oh,
and
did you make those dollars?
Yeah, I made a couple bucks last night. I really needed a Pete Alonso RBI and a hit. It didn't happen, but a couple other things hit, so all good on that front. So I'm sure you didn't see, but yesterday the Mets announced a 10-year system going forward. So the season ticket members going forward, not our members.
I saw people angry tweeting
They're not happy about it.
But I didn't see what happened.
I'm in the dark because we don't have season tickets. We have our own package, which doesn't include the same perk levels or anything that a regular season ticket member might have. So Nick Schiavo, who I've known for probably since the start of the 7 line, has been a season ticket member of some aspect since 1998. And he's unhappy. He's going to chime in a little bit. I gave him the link to join because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I want to make sure that I'm not butchering this completely.
Yeah.
I did reach out to the Mets asking, there's 4 levels. Let me read you the levels before I
Okay.
go any further, so I can kind of explain what's going on here. Because to be honest, I'm learning as we go as well.
Okay.
There are 4 levels. Let me put them on the screen here for people who haven't seen it
And
yet.
it'll look just like it looks like it's just covering us. That's
That's
great.
because that's actually a photo.
Love that.
On top of us. But so there's 4 levels. Blue. Let me read it to you.
Okay.
Blue. Select from unique in-stadium events like movie night, relive Mets moments, watch parties, and more. Preferred access to partner offers and events based on your tier. Next up would be gold. More impacts mean more access to a wider array of experiences to select. This includes all blue events and in-stadium mini golf, which I didn't even know existed. I don't know if that's something they're building soon. In-stadium mini golf, kids home run derby, pregame parties, and more. Preferred access to partner offers and events based on your tier. That's basically, I don't have to keep saying that, but that's at the bottom of each of these.
Okay.
Diamond. Make lifelong memories with incredible access to the Mets. This includes all blue and gold events, plus the annual Mets road trip, which I don't know what that is either. I know they do road trips, but I don't think that they would be included. Like they do their own bus trips. They've been to Philly. Yeah, I don't know who's ever been on these before, but
like
the Mets
season ticket holders.
Yeah, they do like a season ticket holder bus trip.
Heard of that.
I don't know if that's included as this perk or if they have to pay extra, but anyway, the annual Mets road trip, fireworks on the field. That would be pretty cool to watch the fireworks on the field. Mookie Wilson's tailgate and more. I know Mookie Wilson did a tailgate event up in Binghamton. So he's got a catering company now, I guess.
Fun.
So Mookie's catering company put on some spread up in Binghamton. So I guess this is going to be happening next year as well at Citi Field for some of the season ticket members. And then Platinum, you get all of that stuff and access to the most intimate events and a world of exclusivity. Okay. This includes all blue, gold, and diamond events, plus exclusive merchandise, baseball lessons, alumni dinners, and more. So,
with all the love in my heart, this all sounds like a whole lot of nothing. What is this?
Well, Nick,
in addition to
your tickets,
your normal ticket package,
right?
You
but
pay
some
more to get.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it works. I guess Nick's going to be able to tell us. I'm wondering if everyone starts at blue. Is everyone blue? Because if Nick, who's had a plan since 1998, is still blue, how do you not be blue?
Right.
But what I've read as well is why fans are upset. If you don't renew next year, you go back to 0. So like your tenured system, if like for some reason you're moving or your work or something doesn't allow you to renew for next year, your history is scrubbed from the internet.
The color thing is based on how long you've had season tickets for.
I don't know.
Or you have to pay for it.
I asked a Mets rep today. I didn't hear back yet. I mean, it's not like they're avoiding me. I really just didn't ask in enough time. I asked kind of recently.
So I don't get it. And here's the other thing I don't get. And these are questions we'll ask. Were these perks that everyone had always had as a season ticket holder? Because why are people upset? That's what I don't get. I'm confused. We'll have to ask questions.
We'll have to ask. But the same thing that's going on, or questions I've been having, was people are upset because they had half season ticket holder plans with postseason access, and now they don't have it anymore.
Why?
I don't know. I think they're taking things away. So like you used to always,
that makes sense. I didn't understand in relation to this why people were upset.
Some plans would always include opening day. Now they don't. Some plans would always include opening day and a Subway Series game. Now they don't.
What is the point of having season tickets?
I don't know. And you know what? We are partner of the Mets. You know, people like, oh, you don't talk shit on the team. Like I just want to figure out what's going on here.
Regularly talk shit about the
listen
Mets.
to what I'm saying here, because I don't want to convince anyone to not buy season tickets.
Yeah.
But how often have we looked up tick pick prices for a weekday game where it's $5?
Mm-hmm.
So if you know you're going to go to 10 weekday games a year, wouldn't you just do that?
I mean, truly, the benefit of season tickets, of any season ticket package, is postseason access, opening day access, and I guess Subway Series access too. But like otherwise, why are you shelling it? Like I see season tickets as an investment for the postseason because, like you said, and maybe it's easier now than it was, in times of past. But it is very, very easy to get an affordable ticket to a baseball game this day and age. You don't need to have season tickets to go to any game you want to go to, except for postseason games and opening day. So why would you even pay for that if you weren't getting that? I'm very confused.
Yeah, I don't know. But also what I've been hearing as well, I saw one fan reply to the tweet saying his prices actually went down for his seats. I don't know how that's even possible, but across the board, what I'm reading, and I'm seeing a lot of these tweets come in, I'll highlight one here. From up, I have the wrong thing up. I am sorry about that. This
Oh,
is still
good.
about Edwin Diaz. As Julia yawns. Over here.
Sorry, it's been a long day.
So I put up a tweet yesterday, and at the teacher Chris says his tickets went up 20%. And a lot of fans are in that same boat. So if you do the math, 20%, let's say it goes up 20% every year, 3 years from now, you're going to be paying 60% more than last year. That's a big hike, especially when the team
20% alone is a big hike.
Of course.
Insane.
Last year, obviously, 101 wins. We still talk about it all the time. They
Yep.
only played the 3 postseason games in the wild card. And then obviously ticket prices went up this year because
Right.
we had Scherzer, Verlander, Robertson, like all these guys that were on the team that
Yeah.
are no longer on the team. We had these high hopes. I get it. Like, hey, let's buy back in. These big contracts, granted, we always say Steve Cohen's got more money than anyone.
Mhm.
So it's not our money, so you don't think twice about it. But
Right.
this money has to come from somewhere. So I understand when prices go up, but then they reinvest it into the team and the players.
Right.
To go up another 20% after the team is 10 games under 500 with 12 games left to play
Bold.
is a big ask.
I understand just the nature of society right now. Everything is only getting more expensive, and it just is what it is. Anything, as you go year by year, is going to increase in price. That's just where we're at as a society. But 20% coming off the season that you're having is so fucking bold, especially if you are allegedly, because I feel like we don't know this for sure, taking away postseason access and opening day access to certain.
No, I mean, if
season
you're a
ticket
full season
holders.
ticket holder, then obviously
But
you're going to get
still-
postseason access.
But still, I'm assuming there's an increase no matter what kind of package you're getting. It's all probably more. That's
So-
crazy.
Chris's package is for a full season, and it went up 20%. The way it works is he has 2 tickets for a total of $6,756. That's for a full season. I don't know where his seats are.
What was that amount?
$6,756 for a full season for 2 seats. I don't know where the seats are. It just says seats 9 and 10 here.
Uh-huh.
But the way it breaks down is that's the subtotal, and then they do 20% payments on certain days up until March is your last 10% payment.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the way it breaks down. So I mean, obviously we know we live in New York. Tickets are expensive. You want to go to a Knicks game. I was looking at Knicks opening
I
night
can't even imagine.
on TickPick against the Celtics end of October. It's like bad seats are $350. So you know what? I'll skip that. I'll watch it on TV.
Swift money.
Yeah, right. So we should know more in a little bit with when Nick joins in. But yeah, a lot of fans are kind of upset, and I understand it. The one thing that I want to mention about the 7-line Army seats is this isn't to rub it into anyone else watching, because I understand not everyone has this perk. Our perk continues where we get postseason access for our plan. So next year we're doing 12 home games. That includes the postseason option. But Julia, I hate to say this, but
Oh no.
I don't know if we need to start implementing into our group not a tenure policy, but like an attendance policy.
I understand, and I would fail it.
So you know what I mean? So it's like, listen,
No, but I completely agree, because I remember thinking this year, like those brief moments where the Mets were showing signs of life. I was like, God, if they actually make it to the postseason, I feel like I'm going to need to give my postseason strip to somebody else because I don't deserve to be there. And I think that's very valid, especially the better seats that you have. Like if you're just, and because some people just do that. Some people get the ticket every year just in case they make the postseason, whatever, which is fine, I guess. But like if you're not avidly having somebody fill in those seats,
right,
it's shitty.
Which I get it. I mean, this season was more of a struggle than ever to get people to be like, hey, I can't make the game. Do you want my tickets? I'll give them to you. Like Callie puts shit up all the time.
And I
like,
will say, like, full disclosure, I always try.
No, yeah. I'm not saying you don't.
This season was rough.
I have 3 seats on my plan.
Yeah.
I get 3 every year because Kelly always says
one day Amelia's
gonna come. And then I'm like, all right. So I buy, and granted, I do not get my tickets for free. I buy 3 season tickets.
Yeah.
And it's tough because activities come up. She's 8 years old. She's in all these things, and things happen. Life happens. And we don't live a block away. We live over an hour each way.
Right.
So, I'm in the same boat where like I have 3 seats and they're not always full. I mean, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. I have some close friends that sit next to me that aren't there very often either. So I don't know how we really can implement a policy going forward where like, hey, I said it last year, actually, when the renewal process came up for this year. I'm like, basically not trying to chuck people out of renewing.
Yeah.
But if you know you can't make it, to the games that are already pre-picked when you purchase the plan, then maybe this plan's not for you.
Right.
Because it's tough to have a look of when you see our section and it is pretty empty, even in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Like in May,
Yeah.
like a random May game where it's like maybe it's like not a favorable team or there's a chance of rain.
Right.
I get it. Our sections should be a solid block of orange.
Yep.
As much as it can be. So I don't know what we do.
Well, maybe you do something where it's like everybody is guaranteed to, every season ticket holder is guaranteed to be able to buy their postseason strip, but in terms of the seating arrangement, maybe that goes based on attendance. So like maybe you're not in your normal seat. I don't know how
and you know what?
logistical
I don't want to
headache
be
that would
like, you
But
know,
I think that's
sitting
very
from my
fair.
perch and telling people what they.
Yeah.
Honestly, I got to the game the other day and I felt like you. I got there in the 6th inning.
But
I was in Pennsylvania for a race on
you
Saturday.
went.
No, yeah, my whole plan was to get there in time.
Yeah.
The event had it was in the guy's backyard. It was a fundraiser for they're trying to build a track in Pennsylvania.
Right.
So like the $50 entry fee was considered a donation. So like he worded it specifically a specific way because it's on his house property.
Right.
It was supposed to end at 4:30, but that was like the awards. The actual racing ended at 3:30. We didn't get out of there till I think 5:30. So by then it was like no chance for me to get there. But I tried. I was
my work hours don't have like a set end time. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like when there's no actual set end time and it's when I finish, I leave.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's dogs. It's unpredictable.
So
it doesn't really matter.
I get it's my thing, but
Yeah.
including spring training, every away game and every home game,
fine.
I've missed 5 innings.
You're fine.
But when I showed up, you're like, where have you been? I was like, sorry, man. Like
No.
we left late and then it took me an hour and 15 minutes to get from the George Washington Bridge to Citi Field, 13 miles. So it is what it is. But I don't know. Like, I don't want to specifically tell certain people. Like, I know there's a guy who sits on the aisle. I can't remember his name. I wouldn't say it anyway because I'm not trying to throw specific people under the bus. He sits like 10 rows up in your section on the aisle, which I get it. People never want to give up aisle seats.
Yeah.
But he's never there.
Yeah.
And I know it's because you get the postseason strip.
Yeah.
Because now that I'm looking at tickets that are $6,000 and ours are what, $1,400 or something like that, and it's full strip, I get it why you don't want to get rid of your ticket plan. But if you're not going to come to the 12 home games, don't renew.
Yeah.
How do I say that? Did I just do it?
I guess. I think what you can do is just be like, it's so funny. Imagine like you're taking attendance at these games, but let's pause this conversation.
No, it would be funny to sit there with a clipboard.
Quadrino.
Anyone? Quadrino. Oh no, she might get her in the 5th inning. All right, skip.
It's hard.
So yeah, it's tough. Nick, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely. So I've known you for probably since the 7 line has started. And I was reading through our text exchanges, our tweet exchanges last night through DMs. And you've had a season ticket of some sort since 1998. Is that correct?
Correct. Some plan. I started very low in 98 and I've worked my way up. 2008 was the first year I went half season.
So it pains me to ask this, but I hope since you've been so loyal to this team and spent thousands and thousands of dollars, you are not blue, are you? Do you know what tier you are?
So here's the funny thing about tenure, which kind of bothered me when that email came out. That email came out last Tuesday, a tenure email explaining that they were going with this. So when I looked at my account, it says tenure 2015. So I contact them and I say, well, I understand I had small packages back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Maybe that doesn't correlate, value-wise to having some tenure. I get it. But I've had at least a half season since Shea. And I said, I have the ticket stubs behind me on the walls that show my account number from those years.
Yeah. Right.
Well, we moved your seats during the World Series, so we gave you a new account number. Okay, that's not a big deal if you're not going to go with a tenure system, because now at least push me back to 2008. Because I tell them all the time, I haven't missed a home playoff game since I was 7 years old, Game 4 in 1988. And I agree. I was listening as you guys opened up. That is one of the perks. I do hold on to these seats. I'm in the upper deck, section 509. They're not expensive. That's what I love about them. I go to a ton of games and I get full season strip purchases. That included, back in the day, full strip for the All-Star game as well. Any marquee event. Fine. But if you're going to a tenure system, let's really start and say those dates may not even be correct for everybody. Because when you were reading those quote unquote gifts or prizes that each tier gets, I was offered every single one of those last year. Over the winter, they used to send you back in the day. They would send you like a mouse pad here's your Christmas thank you mouse pad or a cigar box keepsake. These last few years, they've really stepped it up. Whereas last year it was like, do you want events? Do you want to go to experiences? Do you want memorabilia? And they've been great. This year I chose watch batting practice from the field and 2 alumni meet and greets. That's great. That's a great experience, you know. And then I know friends that chose the fireworks night. I know someone that took the Philly road trip, which was.
Oh, let me ask you that. So was that, did they have to pay for that?
No, that was your one experience. So it was a suite at Citizens Bank Park, and I believe it was the day you guys may have.
Yeah. I know that they were there the same day. I just wasn't sure how it worked. So these are great perks. Like I'm just hoping that all this doesn't go out the window for you. So is your understanding that you don't even know what tier you're in next year?
I would, if I renewed, I have no idea what tier I would be in.
That's
because
crazy.
Again, am I blowed because you're telling me 2015, or is there a price value attached to it?
Well, that's my other question, and I don't know if this was on there. I couldn't see, but like, how many years of tenure is each tier? Like,
I don't know. That's why. Is it a dollar price?
You don't know
is it a year thing?
Oh, that's crazy.
Correct me if I'm wrong as well. So was it written in such a way like, if for some chance the money isn't there for you financially, or maybe you're moving or something with work next year, if you don't renew for next year, are you back to 0 on your tenure level?
I'm looking at my email right now. It says, as your account remains renewed, you will unlock additional benefits. If you choose to terminate your membership for the 2024 season, your tenure will reset to 0.
What?
You know why they're doing this year? Because they know so many people aren't going to fucking renew this year because they sucked this year.
That's why
they're literally like blackmailing their own season ticket holders. That's fucking
They sent that out a week before the renewal letter too. Insane. So I had a week to stew over this email. And then yesterday, the renewal forms came out.
And did your price go up 20% next year?
No, my price doesn't go up that much up there. And I wanted to touch on that when you guys said sometimes prices go down.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it was about 2012, 2013. Major League Baseball set this criteria where if you're playing a quote unquote lesser team, you don't pay the same price. So my games versus, let's say, the Royals, if they come in, is not going to be the same thing as the Yankee game.
Right.
Yeah.
So
like
that's how your
different value. Yeah, of course.
Price goes down.
I got you. So like marquee always is, there's 2 marquee games a year, or 3, because they do the 2 Subway Series and the 1 opening day. But if you don't have a full season, right? You just do weekday.
I just do my weekday, which is every Monday through Thursday home game. They give me 1 Yankee game and obviously opening day.
So that works out. I mean, I guess everyone's plan is maybe a little bit different. I just think that there's so much uncertainty with the wordage there. So a lot of fans seem to be very confused. And, when I asked you and a couple other people, have you got any kind of clear word from your rep as to what's going on before you just fork over the money? And there doesn't seem to be one.
No, it was a straight blaming MLB, which is fine. I get it. I'm not knocking any of the Mets reps because who knows what they're hearing from baseball too. But they're stressing, especially about the postseason issue, was that, and I know this is true, that MLB steps in for the All-Star game, large events. They allocate the tickets from sponsors, things like that.
So tell me, I have this tweet. I'm going to pull it up now and show it. That there was this graphic. I don't know if this was emailed to you, if you found this somewhere. So tomorrow there's supposed to be, or there is going to be, a meeting with Steve Cohen, I guess, just for you guys. Is that how it works?
Yeah, it was at the bottom of my email. I had an RSVP, and it's going to be tomorrow at Citi Field with Steve Cohen. So
that's, I guess it's like a private link. You'll get some kind of Zoom access or something like that.
No, it says to go to Citi Field.
Oh, no way!
Sick.
Oh, I think this was a virtual. Oh, it says, it's a virtual invitation, and then you get to go to the event. I got you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping he's there, and it's not just him on Zoom and us hanging out in a ballroom.
Right. No, I think he's got more respect for the fans than that. I think that you'll probably be in that area. What is it, like the Mike Piazza Club or something?
Piazza Club, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm interested to hear that.
They had a nice meeting we had Sandy Olson, JP Riccardi in the movie theater that's there, which you don't even realize that they have a theater in there. But
is that the one where Evan Roberts was there and he was grilling somebody?
Yeah.
I heard all about that. Evan's a good fan. I like that. What I like about him too. Like clearly, I mean, I hate when people count other people's pockets, but him and his dad have the season tickets. They sit there and they do their thing. But he's a real fan. He goes to all these events, asks questions. He gets on the team when he can or when he has to. So I love it. So Nick, let me ask you: Are you renewing?
I'm going to tell you that the postseason strip is the sticking point for me. 100%. If they take away that option for me, I don't think I'll
When
renew.
are they going to let you? How do they not let you know now? If like before you go and pay them, if obviously it opened up today or yesterday to pay.
Yeah,
when,
wait,
right.
when are they going to tell you if if it's on the board on the plate or
what
not?
part of this has you doubting that you'll
It's
get
that-
postseason
oh, yeah.
access?
Was it not written?
It's written right there as a quote unquote new and exciting thing for 2024. I would have access to half a strip. So now when I called them yesterday, I said, well, I've always had a full strip.
Right.
I was just like new and exciting.
Yeah.
And that's when they kept blaming MLB. We don't have enough tickets allocated. MLB has told us how many tickets we have to give out, and that's how we're breaking down the plans.
Bullshit.
That's crazy.
Now I have the half season that goes down to a half a strip, and I have friends that have 20 game plans. They go down to a quarter strip, which I don't know what a quarter strip could be. It could essentially one game in a
Yeah.
Yeah,
At that
especially
point, just
yes.
try your luck with like Tick Pick or something.
well, yeah, especially let's say it's a 5-game series and there's 3 home games.
Yeah.
Quarter strip
Right.
is 1 game, but then how do you get a half strip for 3
And
home
do you get
games?
to pick the games, or you're just like assigned and like, hope they make it to game 3, game whatever?
They had no answer for that because I asked them that. I said, one, could also they move you around. When marquee games, you're not always in your own seats. Fine, right? So I said, what are my other options to grab the other half of that strip? They said, well, once all the full season ticket holders, they have a certain window to purchase additional seats. Once they're done, then it gets down to half season, and that continues to trickle down.
That's pretty much a no. By the time it gets to
It's
you,
pretty much a no.
they're
And
gone by the time they get
what
to you.
also bothered me was he couldn't answer the question was, do I buy the other half of my strip, or do I have to buy a whole
And move somewhere else.
additional strip and move somewhere else for those games?
Jeez Louise.
So, I mean, I don't know how you could send out these emails and expect my money within, X amount of dollars without anything clear cut. And then the last sticking point that killed me was I asked them, I said, can you just send me an email as if I'm a new subscriber this year and tell me every perk I'm getting for my weekday plans versus what I had last season? Because I've rolled money over year to year. You do kind of lose track. And granted, like I said, I'm not counting anyone's money either. My tickets are not expensive up there. So it was always kind of like, it was just a luxury to have.
Right.
And he couldn't give me that.
Yeah, that's
So that bothered me. I'm giving you essentially, my seats are only about $1,500 when all is said and done. The 2 seats up there, which is great.
Yeah.
I'm essentially giving you $1,500 worth of credit. Just kind of want to know what I'm getting for that credit,
Yeah, especially because the strip alone is going to be that much, when it's probably similar to that once you get to the playoffs. So it's
the playoff strip last year, I believe, was somewhere upwards of $3,200 for my 2 seats.
Yeah, so there you go.
Pretty much double.
Yeah, so and that's what it is. You're basically doing a down like a small deposit for the home game package, knowing that you do have that postseason strip.
Right.
It was always a way I hedged my bet. That's how I felt. Like
Exactly.
At face value.
Right.
And there are other things that they took away. They're more valuable to other people. I saw a lot of tweets about it yesterday too, and then I looked and I tried to find it, but I couldn't find it. It was that if you couldn't go to a certain amount of games and you
traded in, right?
You were able to trade it in, and that doesn't seem to be there for next year either. So now there's another, few $100 depending on your seat allocation that's also gone. And I think things have to change, but
yeah, it's crazy, especially after this season.
And especially considering that, like, you guys have to make this decision now. You can't even wait to see what they do in the offseason and what the team might actually look like for next year. You have to do it fresh off of the ass that was 2023. That sucks.
Which is earlier than they've ever opened up the renewal process. So it's going from whatever yesterday was, September 18th to like October 18th.
Right.
Which they're not even in free agency yet.
Now, is that unique to the Mets, or is that across MLB that they're doing it
idea.
earlier? You don't know?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Interesting.
All right, Nick. So thanks for chiming in, giving us a little insight here, because we're both clueless on our end. Hopefully it works out for you. And listen, please tomorrow after you go to the event, either tweet or send us a message or something and see how it went.
I will, absolutely. I
Come back on
appreciate
next
this.
week.
Yeah, come on next week. Give us some answers.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank
Thank you.
Yeah, Nick's the man. I've known him for almost 20 years now. It's crazy. So yeah, we got through the tenure system. We talked about next year with the 7-line army. I'm not going to sit there with a chalkboard and I hate calling people out.
No.
But I'm probably going to have to word it in such a way where it's like, next year, this is the deal. We had a lot of open seats this year. Granted, the Mets fucking shit the bed. I understand it's not on the top of your priority list. But if you know that you're not going to make it and you can't find someone to get your seat, then maybe this isn't for you.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people in the back. Like I've seen consistently a few people that go to like 6 single game seats of the year. They get 6 jerseys
Right.
and they come to 6 games. And I'm like, well, next year they're going to join. So should they be stuck in the back or somewhere else where there might be an open seat
Right.
where a member isn't seated?
Well,
so
maybe-
it's a tough situation.
Maybe
you know?
what you could do is kind of have like I mean, this just sounds like a logistical nightmare, but you could have like a standby waiting list kind of system for single game buyers, where if like a certain point through the season, somebody is like, yeah, I realize I'm not actually going to be able to make it to all these games. I'd like to transfer my seat to somebody else. There's people who
It's almost like the forum. Like
Yeah.
I get it. If you can go to TickPick and get a ticket for $5,
I
why are
know.
you going to buy someone's face value ticket for
know.
45 or whatever it is, you know?
it's just a gamble.
So speaking of TickPick, let's give a quick shout out to them.
Love
we love TickPick.
them. I made a big TickPick purchase this week.
What was it?
I finally got my ticket to see Queen at Madison Square Garden, right in front of the
Queen?
stage.
How is this possible? Is
It's
Freddie
Adam
Mercury
Lambert.
back?
No, it's Adam Lambert. It's the next best thing. Truly.
Is that the guy that was in the movie?
No, that was like an actual.
I don't know who
actor.
Adam Lambert is.
Oh my God, you're
All right.
so
Oh,
old.
by the way, happy birthday.
Thanks.
I don't think I texted you yesterday and it wasn't
You
on purpose.
didn't.
I'm sorry.
All right,
Julie's birthday was yesterday. I kind of forgot because I thought you and Andrew's birthday was Friday.
it's fine. It's me and Andrew's birthday morphs into one.
All right, happy birthday belated to the general.
Thank
Happy
you,
belated to
thank
you as
you,
well. It was
thank you.
yesterday. Your birthday ended 13 hours ago.
It did.
I heard.
Swifty.
What does that mean?
Taylor Swift's number is 13.
Oh, look at that. I heard a song the other day on my way home from somewhere, and it was a birthday song. I got to look it up. It was hilarious. The lyrics were great. It's like your birthday is your day. You don't get a week. It's like it's all this things like there's no such thing as a birth. It was funny. I don't know who. It was like a punk rock song.
Understood.
Anyway.
I get a birth 2 days though because you forgot yesterday.
Yes, absolutely. Happy birthday today. You guys want to leave a couple happy birthdays in the chat here? We'll pull them
Oh,
up.
you don't have to. Thanks.
TickPick.com. We love TickPick. Use the promo code OABT, $10 off any order over $99 in the app for any first-time user. If you're not a first-time user, find one who is, or maybe ask your friend or your mom or your dad or your uncle to buy tickets for you and use the code OABT. Mets tickets. You can go on Tuesday the 26th for $3. You can go on Wednesday the 27th for $3.
Renew that season ticket though.
You can go on Thursday the 28th for $4. And then you can go on Friday for $6. So you see where we're going here.
I didn't do that math very quickly in my head, but that sounds like a week's worth of games that you could get into for less of the price of parking for one game.
16, 26. You can go to every game for the rest of the season at Citi Field for $26 total dollars. I'm serious.
And how much money would you have to spend in parking to do that? 40 times 6?
Yeah. $240.
Take the train.
Or walk. You
It's
can
in
walk.
traffic.
Leave now. So yeah, we love TickPick. Shout out to them. They are giving away $500 of credit very soon, and we will for sure tweet that out. I promise. We also have to talk about the tailgate on October 1st,
Which I'll be at.
Well, I hope you will, because it's more than just a tailgate, and I'm going to explain to you why in a second. Because this
sounds
year,
important.
the 7-Line Armies jerseys, I'm taller. I'm on the taller side, so it didn't really matter to me, but they were a little bit shorter than years past.
Okay.
We switched our manufacturer. We went through a minor league provider, OT Sports, and they weren't the same exact cut. So some fans were like, hey, these aren't as long as normal, so on and so forth. For me, I'm 6'2". It didn't really bother me that much. It was a little short, but like if you're like 5'11" or under, you probably didn't even notice.
Right.
And you like it baggy anyway.
Yeah, I love it.
But what we're doing is, I think we talked about it already this on the show. Next year is a pullover V-neck mesh jersey similar to the throwback batting practice jerseys.
That what those are?
They're hanging up behind me.
Uh-huh.
I have one of each size, from small to 4X and women's small through XX.
Wow.
What I am going to urge every member or potential member for next year, let's say you want to join next year, come to the tailgate, try them on, keep track in your brain what size it is, send yourself a note or a text. And when it comes time to ordering, you'll know exactly how it's going to fit, because I don't want anyone to be questioning what size to offer, because not everyone owns a V-neck pullover jersey.
Right.
These are going to be cut exactly the same as our black Mets, what do we call it?
The black
2000?
jersey.
No, like the black jersey that we made. With
Yeah.
or jersey.
Yeah.
We did the last year. We did that Friday night blackout.
Yeah,
It's gonna
that's what
fit
I was thinking
exactly
of.
the same as that, which
Okay.
does fit like a majestic
Cool.
whatever. So I do have them here just to show you. The only thing I am going to explain to the fans
They're
when they
empty.
they have to be, because I'm not going to customize that many jerseys to have all the patches on the front. I might
Got
have
it.
one finished sample just to show it off, or I'll have like a Photoshop version of what it will look like with all the patches. But
Okay.
they're lightweight. The only thing that's the issue here is this is a little bit thinner material. The factory messed up and didn't use the right weight.
Okay.
So that's the only difference. But they fit exactly like our regular jerseys, without, obviously, just without buttons. So they will be customized with name and number on the back. The 7 line on the front, and in the tail says Army, and then the Mets logo will go on the sleeve.
Nice.
And then I have an updated locker room tag for the bottom there. So
Great.
definitely come to the tailgate party on October 1st at Citi Field in the Marina lot. It is the final game of the year. If you have not been to a tailgate party yet this year,
Like me.
this is the one to go to, because if you don't go to this one, you will not go to any until next year. So if you need to know where to go to the 7line.com. This is not exclusive to just members. If you're going to that game that day, please come by. As you know, a few years ago, maybe Julia doesn't know because sometimes she forgets little things like this, but on the last game of the year, Julia,
Yeah.
every team and game in baseball starts at the exact same time.
You
West
told
Coast
me
to
this
East
recently,
Coast.
and I had no idea. Until
They
you
do
told
that on
me.
purpose because, let's say there's a wild card race
Right.
and there's a tie. They don't want one team's manager maybe taking it easy on someone to let another team in.
Yeah.
So everyone starts at exactly the same time, which is 3:10 Eastern. The Mets do take on the Phillies that day. We expect fans will start showing up to tailgate around 10:30 in the morning. If you're thinking about football, the Giants, I think, have a bye week, and the Jets play at 8 o'clock at night. So this does not overlap. This tailgate does not overlap any football festivities. So come on down. We really urge you to get there. We'll be bringing every single last Corona that we have in this warehouse to the tailgate. So we will probably be doing a post-game and pre-game tailgate, post. If I don't die before then.
Oh my God.
Pre-game tailgate, post-game, what do they call it? Reverse tailgate. So come on down. What we are doing today, which we teased last week. I know Julia has to get out of here in a couple minutes.
That's okay. Well,
you told me 12:45.
No, I do, but it's okay. Do what you need to do.
Okay, we got a few things to cover before we end the show.
Okay.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago. The Francisco Lindor collection. We have, as you've been maybe seeing, I've been wearing the stuff. So not the stuff that you're gonna get, but I've been wearing some of the stuff lately. We have.
You can have a Darren Meenan worn Lindor.
Yeah, it'll have a little hologram that says "game used" on orange and blue thing. We have Corona/Mets hats, backpacks, shirts, the collared button-ups here. These are
actually really nice.
Yo, yeah. You could wear it together as a set if you win. We have the shorts. We have headbands. We have a whole bunch of this stuff, and we are going to give away all of it. It is not going to be just 2 winners. We're going to pick multiple winners. To get involved, if you're watching on Twitter or you want to do this after the show, go to the tweet of this show. Go to the tweet of the tweet on the X of this show that's live and retweet that, and that's how you're in the running. Next year, we will announce more than one winner on Twitter, and on Facebook, we are bringing back the share contest. Click share. We can see who shares it. We will not be able to contact you, but the exact same way. No, this is fine. I'm not doing this whole let me comment, whatever. Share the show.
Okay.
It'll be easier.
Okay.
Share the show. We will name a few people. So I bet you there's going to be at least 6 total winners next week, which we've never done in the history of the show. Share the show. We'll announce the winners on Twitter and the winners on Facebook next week by name on the show.
Oh, we got a big finale next week.
Yeah, maybe ever. Last maybe
Series
ever
finale
show.
of Orange and Blue thing.
OABT for life. If you want to get involved, because you should by now. I don't know who hasn't done this because we've talked about it every single week. But go to the 7 Line social channels, click the link in the bio, and then select the option for the Francisco collection, because Corona and the Mets teamed up with local artist Send2 on a bunch of different merch, which you just heard me talk about. If you don't win through us, you can win through them. So you just go to that site, enter your name, your state, your email address, your phone number, no purchase necessary. Click the link to verify all the information was correct and click submit, and that's all it takes. So always remember to relax responsibly with your Coronas as we do, and good luck to you. One more thing before we go, because I know Julia is itching to do something, probably walk a dog or whatever.
Yeah. I gotta bring dogs to the vet. they have an appointment.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear it.
That's okay.
Hopefully it's a good appointment.
It's fine.
On Friday, these light up trains are coming back in stock. Oh, I messed up. I put it on the wrong
Wow.
thing here. Hold on one
That's
second.
all right.
There we go. We got someplace to be.
Take your time.
So if you guys go to the7line.com, you will see that we have our light up train, which you can see on our desk here, will be back in stock. The first 144 went up, I think in, I don't know what month that was. It went
That
up.
was fake.
I think it went up in like March. 144 went up and they sold out in 10 minutes. So we doubled it up and ordered 288 this time.
Cool.
And those will be going up on Friday at 10 a.m. on our website. There are 3 switches on the bottom to light up the each train, and then the apple in the center. They are pretty expensive because they, a lot goes into it, and they are limited edition. They are $110 each. I was a little bit nervous about the price, but considering the first 144 sold out as quickly as they did, I'm pretty confident that the 288 will sell as well. I hope they will, because it takes up a ton of space in the back of the warehouse. And obviously we have to pre-buy this stuff.
Great
So
holiday present for a loved one.
I saw some great reviews on the site. A couple left a review. They said they use it as a nightlight for their kid.
That's cute. I was also going to say this would be really cute to put in like a Christmas village. If you're like one of those people who
Oh,
gets
yeah,
like
yeah,
all the
yeah.
like houses
Yeah.
and trees and stuff, you could put some little fake snow on it. I think it'd be really cute.
I redesigned the snow globe because people are upset that they didn't get theirs. Those were numbered out of 1,000. They sold out. I'm like, well, I can't make more because they're numbered.
Right.
So the redesign, I don't have it here to show you, but the bottom.
Why'd you take it off my desk?
I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is.
Huh.
So I redesigned it where the apple will stay the same size of everything up top, right? But the home run hat will be a lot, like double the height,
Okay.
because the bottom of it is going to be Shea Stadium.
That's so
An actual resin of Shea
cool.
Stadium. So it'll look kind of like this around the
Uh-huh.
entire bottom, but it'll be Shea.
That's cool.
With the light, with the neons and stuff. They won't light up, but like,
Will you make a city one to go with it?
probably not.
Okay.
I mean, I love City Field, but it's not circle. It's not circular.
That's true.
So like when you
doesn't work.
think of a design, like it would be sticking out kind of
Yeah.
weird. So it'll be sitting inside Shea Stadium where you
Better.
won't see the bottom of the top hat.
Mhm.
But honestly, like the real top hat has to be the height of the apple.
Yeah.
If you know, because
Yeah,
that's
it
the
has
fit.
to go in.
So it'll look all right. So that'll be Home Run Apple version 2 of the snow globe coming out whenever we figure it out,
Love
the
it.
final whatever. For right now, it's just a Photoshop. So that's the story. Tell your friends to hit the pregame party on October 1st. I hope to see all of you there, especially if you're on the naughty list like Julia. Put in a last ditch effort and put your right foot forward,
Trying
because
to get playoff tickets next year.
we got to figure it out, because honestly, like it's
No, I completely agree.
and I don't like either. Like we're in our group chat and I'm
Yeah.
like, who's going to game Saturday? You're like,
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a game Saturday. Or like, it's like, I get it. I have to be there.
Yeah.
Not everyone has to be there.
Yeah.
When I'm sitting there and I'm looking around, I'm like, man, Shu's not here. Kelly's not here. Indart, granted, they just had a baby.
I was gonna
Indart's not
say,
here.
I think that's another
Julia's not
factor
here.
into it is we all had life advancements this year. Like the big reason I wasn't there, because I truly think like I have the tickets. They're already paid for. I have them to my name. If I was available to go to games, I think I would, at least some of them. Maybe not the ones where it were like rain in the forecast, but like every game that I had tickets to, I genuinely couldn't make it to.
I love that people have like their seats and they're comfortable where they are. But I mean, it's hard to say this because I'd be like, well, I want everyone to move except
Yeah.
me. But I would love to put everything back in a hat,
I know. And
shake it
reshuffle.
up, and be
Yeah.
like, you're not even really here that often.
Yeah.
We're moving around.
Yeah.
You like your aisle seat? Tough.
Yeah.
And then everyone kind of just goes back to square one, except for me. I'm always there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think we can really fairly do that, but like, we got to get back to square one and get people excited again, because
Yeah.
the sooner you allow shit seasons like this to kind of dictate your feeling about like, oh,
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah.
Then you might never come back. Like,
right. No, I get it.
which is a bad look.
It's like it's for you. It's a business. You got to make sure there's people coming.
And I'm going to
so-
highlight this because Wayne is always there.
Yes, Wayne is always there. Wayne is always vocally present.
Wayne is always there. And
Love
vocally
Wayne.
towards the opposing team as well.
Yes.
Hey, knuckleheads. I love it. Wayne's
love
like,
Wayne.
but he like respectfully heckles.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
He
it's
does.
great.
It's never because there are some times where there's a heckler behind you. You're like, oh my God. I love that Wayne sits behind me.
Yeah, yeah.
I always laugh.
I love his knuckleheads
So
comments.
good.
It's great. So yeah, that's a story. Definitely for sure. If you are a member, even if you aren't staying at the tailgate, because I don't know why you wouldn't want to, but if you're not staying at the tailgate, come on October 1st, try on one of these jerseys, make a note in your brain so you know what size to get for next year. I want everyone to be as happy as they can be with their jerseys, especially because we're going with a new cut this year. So shout out to Tick Pick, shout out to Corona, shout out to Julia.
Thanks.
We're not doing a dog thing today unless you want to. We have time if you have time. You have someplace to be. You want to leave?
No, I was going to say, if you can, go to Gatto Pups and Friends on Instagram. They're currently doing a fundraiser for a dog who's been hospitalized with pneumonia. Vet bills are piling up. He's really not doing well, but we're trying to give him a fighting chance to find a home. So if you feel so inclined to donate a few dollars, go to Gatto Pups and Friends on Instagram, click that little button, and I would be very appreciative. His name is Praline. Thank you.
And one more shout out. I would love to let you have the last word here, but I am wearing my Pretty Boys t-shirt.
I was gonna say
from the
that's
Cyclones.
Awesome.
They did their Seinfeld night and they came out with it's a little wrinkled.
I couldn't
not their
see
fault,
at
but
first. I thought it said Petty Boys. I was like, what
well,
does
you
that
watch
mean?
Seinfeld?
No, I know what it is, but
But
I didn't see the R.
do you know what's on the back?
I'm assuming Hernandez.
No.
What is
So they came out with some custom jerseys and t-shirts, and I hit up my buddy Billy from the Cyclones. I'm like, I really need that shirt. Can I buy one? Whatever. He's like, oh, mail it to the warehouse. I got one of these as well, which is so sick. George Costanza, the marine biologist, riding a whale, holding a golf ball. So good. And it's sponsored by Pix 11, probably because that's where the show is rerun.
Yeah.
Excellent. So thanks Tim for that. But look at the back.
Okay. The second spitter.
So let me turn around.
So good. It says, for those of you listening, spitter with the number 2. Yep, you could see it. So good.
So good. So thanks to the Cyclones for that. There's some event this weekend. It's like a pizza thing, a Barstool pizza thing at the ballpark. Maimonides. So if you like pizza, I can't eat pizza, but well, I can, I just choose not to. But there's some kind of pizza event with Barstool. I guess they brought in like every pizzeria that's been highly rated with his one bite thing. So shout out to the Cyclones. Always doing fun stuff out there. See you next week. Maybe the last show ever. Put in the books.
Woohoo.
And that's it. Bye.